Biology, white days. I'm making this video to help you with the second part of your summative, which is food for thought. And in this exercise or activity, you're really thinking about two things. What are the physiological needs of your activity in terms of aerobic respiration or anaerobic respiration, calories, MET scores, types of ATP production, and then also, based on all of that background information, what are you going to eat in terms of fats, carbs, and proteins before, during, and after your workout? And two main ideas are really important to understand. First of all, things like food for action in the self-guided exercise document in the notes that we covered in class about a week and a half ago. See the slideshow for those big ideas. Should be really helpful with some of these ideas. Secondly, in this folder, you have specific scientific articles related to carbohydrates, proteins, and fats in terms of whether you should be eating them before, during, or after your workout. And this is going to be really specific to each person's physiology and workout demands, meaning that the amount of carbs that I eat before a 10-mile run might depend on if I'm going to run that 10-mile workout hard or easy. Or it really might depend on my age, or also if I'm going to be doing plyometrics or a weight lift. These are things that you need to think about and use to justify your workout. There's no right way of doing it. The only right way, however, is by using scientific facts and evidence. So you just telling me I need protein, I need carbohydrates is really not enough. So let's take a look at some work to help you think about what you need to be doing in this assignment. So right off the bat, here is someone's work from a Green Day biology class in terms of the first part where they describe their physiology, MET score, and activity. So this person did really good work in terms of using different sources to describe the evidence on why it's important. So with the blue, or I should say purple squares, the two top squares, I really want you to use the information in the MET folder in terms of calculating your calories, your MET score, your physiological heart rate zone. All of those things should be important and used in this work to help me understand why you ended up using the fuels that you cite. In terms of the big yellow text, you can see that this person is proposing that they have some avocado pudding that's really fat-based for a 6 a.m. Pilates workout, and that they're going to use a little bit of carb glucose heavy banana right before to help them pick up their energy, and after they do their Pilates, they're going to have a protein-dense smoothie. Now, some of this information might be more than you need, but I think the important thing to note is that using your understanding of digestion, ATP production, the glycemic index, you might want to start thinking about how your calories burned and your type of activity might mean that you need more carbs or proteins or fats before, during, or after your workout. And that really gets us to the main part of the assignment where you're answering 4 questions. How much do I need? Why do I need it? When will I eat it? And how will this affect my respiration? This person did a really good job of using sources that I gave them, as well as sources that they found to help explain what they need in terms of carbohydrates before a really intense plyometric workout. So how much this person needed was based on the first website from USADA about how many carbs you need per day and what that means for their overall carb goal for the day, but also for their workout. And then they talked about why they need those carbs. So to think about the first few aspects of your research, the first thing you need to make sure you check off is, do you use sources? Are you actually giving me scientific-based evidence and data to back up your ideas? 2, does the amount of carbs, proteins, and fats that you cite match how much you actually need based on your workout and your physiology? This person has 400 grams of carbs for the day, and he is picking a pretty high number in the 3 to 12 range because of the workout intensity that they are proposing. And 3, do you explain what you need this fuel source for your workout? The person needs carbs because the carbs are eventually going to feed the anaerobic and intense respiration zones going on in this workout. Now, after that, you have 2 other questions that you need to answer. When do I need it, and how will it impact things like my GI score, my ability to produce ATP, my ability to stay in a specific heart rate zone or respiration type? This person was doing a long distance row workout, so they were going to be on a rowing machine for about 45 minutes. So they're doing a pretty aerobic endurance-based activity. So they proposed to eat some cereal about a few hours before their rowing activity. So it's very clear to me that they were able to digest that carb-based meal in 1 to 2 hours based on the information they cited here. So the first thing you need to answer in the third question, is it clear that you discuss how and why your foods will be broken down in a certain amount of time? And they proposed 60 grams of carbohydrates for their breakfast, so it's pretty clear that they know that in 1 to 2 hours that food should be broken down. The second question is, does the calories that you eat with the time for digestion plus your workout leave you in a calorie deficit? What do I mean by that? This person proposed about 300 to 400 calories of energy in their breakfast, and they let it digest for 1 to 2 hours, and they're going to be exercising for about 300 calories worth of energy. They have just about enough energy in their breakfast to help them survive and thrive for 2 hours while they digest and to complete the workout. If you propose 200 calories in your pre-exercise workout and you're going to be burning 1,000 calories, you're going to be in a really large calorie deficit, which means your ability to stay in a heart rate zone and fuel aerobic respiration might be compromised. So the third question is, does the food that you cite in terms of amounts promote or inhibit your exercise functionality? For example, will I crash from a sugar high if I propose a lot of candy right before a workout? Will I have too little ATP if I propose fat for an anaerobic workout? These are important ideas to consider based on your understanding of digestion, sources of cellular respiration, and how that impacts aerobic or anaerobic respiration. So ideally, the breakfast is going to be digested, which allows this person to do their exercise. Because it is short and demanding, you don't need many carbs. You need some, but not a lot. So you're going to be focusing on low GI scores because you don't need that high glucose rush. Eating a low GI meal before exercise is preferred because it provides a slow, sustained release of energy throughout the exercise, which will improve your endurance performance because you're going to be able to stay in a consistent zone of high to moderate respiration in terms of ATP production and also a moderate MET score. I hope this has been useful. I think that at the face value, this is an assessment that is complicated. It's nuanced, it's unique to all of you. Having a true mastery of the basic core concepts will allow you to really think through each of these processes. So it's really important that if you feel confused or lost, you talk to me, you email me, you get support. I can help you put the pieces together or think about what pieces you need, but ultimately you're going to be making the choices on what you eat and when you eat and why you eat the foods. Let me know if you need anything, and I will see you guys in class tomorrow to wrap this up.